Everyone, please stand. Please stand wherever you are. Please stand. The Honorable Kempire has entered. We are live on the Kempire Daily YouTube channel. Let us know if you could hear us loud and clear before the Honorable Kempire enters the chat. Normally you don't clap during a town hall, but we have our own rules here. Be sure to come on in, like the video. Be sure to share the video. We are live on the Kempire Daily YouTube channel. We're also live on Twitch, Twitter. We're also live on the Kempire and on the Kempire and Kempire Daily on Facebook. All right. We have a lot to do. This is the very first town hall of 2023. All right. Everyone, please welcome the Kempire. Oh, please. Stop. Okay. Enough of that. We won't be having that in this town hall today. All right. Three different people disliked the video. You know what we used to do? We used to always guess who were the people who disliked the video. The video didn't even start. So I'm gonna guess Lisa Rinna. I'm gonna guess Jen Shah. And probably Coordinator Shaw. Sorry, Coordinator Shaw. Damn. We have a lot to talk about. And of course, anytime we have a town hall here on the Kempire Daily platform, be it YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, or on TikTok, is when we have topics that are highly debatable. This town hall is never about me and my own thoughts. It's more about presenting to you the item at hand and the story behind it. And then you sound off. You get 1 minute to sound off on either topic or both topics if you're able to fit both in. All right? I forgot to put my little timer situation up here, but I have a little timer here. I have a timer here. I'm going to try. All right? But do not go over the time. All right? All right. Guys, as always, be sure to like the video. All right? Hold on. All right. Guys, I only slow down the chat when we have over 1,000 people. We do not have over 1,000 people just yet. I will slow it down once we have over 1,000 people. All right? Thank you for the super chat, though. Guys, we have a couple of stories that there's a lot of things happening in the world. First off, let me just say Happy New Year. For those of you that have not been here for a live, since we've gone live a couple of times since the new year began, Happy New Year, happy and healthy New Year. All right? So I gave you an option to vote. Who should we discuss first? Who should be the first thing on the docket to cover? And you all almost unanimously voted, with over 500 something votes, voted 76% of you said that we need to talk about Jen Shah. All right, so I'm gonna end the poll here, all right, because we're here. So we're gonna start with Jen Shah. So Jen Shah, as you know from the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, has been accused of some damning things, defrauding elderly people, all right? She, in July, admitted, or okay, let me not say admitted. I guess admitted could be admitted. She pled guilty in the Southern District of New York's case against her, the government's case against her. She was facing between 10 and 14 years in prison. You may have seen some of the reports that we've done and other people have done covering the witness statements, the victim statements, the character statements from Jen Shah's folks, including Coordinator Shah. We did a whole video about that. And they all talked about Jen Shah. You know, she came from a really terrible background. She experienced racism and blah, 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 blah. All right. So she pled guilty, and some may say that, you know, pleading guilty doesn't necessarily mean that she really felt like she was a guilty person. But I don't think any of us thought otherwise. We figured at some point she was either going to plead guilty or she was going to be, you know, go to trial and be found guilty. The Southern District of New York's conviction rate is what, 98 or 99%. All right. So everyone has been waiting on this day. Originally, the sentencing for Jen Shah was supposed to be on December 15th, but it was pushed back to January 6th. So there's a lot of things that came out during this sentencing that I didn't expect. So I want to cover all of those elements before we get into your thoughts and before we get into the Lisa Rinna situation, because I felt like, okay, we need to talk about Lisa Rinna. I know you all want to weigh in on the Lisa Rinna situation. All right. And again, when you guys call in, we have rules. I'll be letting you know what those rules are. All right. Shout out to everyone watching on multiple platforms. We see you guys. I'm not going to get into, what we normally do during a live, because this is a town hall. It's not about those things. It's about the facts at hand. Okay. So let me just get into what happened today in court. A few things happened today in court. First off, if you've been under a rock, Jen Shah from the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City has been sentenced to 78 months in prison, aka 6.5 years in federal prison. She also will have to serve 5 years of supervised release. And of course, millions of dollars in restitution. One of the things that stood out to me in this situation, she does have money. So the money that she made from these victims, she still has the money. I don't know how much money she has, but she still has money. Interesting. I wonder how much it is, because I think she now owes in restitution like $9 million, even though from what I hear, it was even more than that in regards to how much she stole from elderly victims. So this is what ABC News is reporting. And like I said before, I just want to lay out the facts. Jen Shah has been sentenced today, officially. And she will be going to prison on February 17th. Okay. So the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City star, according to ABC News, cast member Jennifer Shah was sentenced Friday to 6.5 years in prison in connection with the telemarketing fraud case. Shah, who's 49 years old, pled guilty in July of 2022 to conspiracy to commit wire fraud and was ordered to forfeit $6.5 million after previously pleading not guilty. Damn, so he gave her $1 million. So $6.5 million, she owes a restitution, and she's going to serve 6.5 years. Huh. All right. After previously pleading not guilty, she must also pay restitution to the victims of the nationwide telemarketing scheme that the prosecutors said targeted elderly, vulnerable victims. All right. We also had that last minute statement from someone that Jen Shah was having allegedly an affair with. She, according to her attorney, denies any affair. All right. Shah, in a camel pantsuit, sat between two lawyers. And I heard the prosecution had like 6 or 8 lawyers there. Her husband, Sharif, was seated behind her in a slate blue suit. He raised his hand when introduced by defense attorney Priya Chaudhry. All right. Judge Sidney Stein, who was not here for the reindeer games, says this. They said that Shah's role on the show, because a lot of people were wondering if her role on the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City would affect the sentencing. All right. So Judge Sidney Stein said Shah's role on the show played no role in the sentencing decision. Okay. So Judge Stein made sure that was very clear. Judge Stein says this: the character your client plays on the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City is simply a character, Stein told the attorneys. I know the Bravo universe probably were losing their mind. What do you mean a character? It's real. It's real. The character your client plays on the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City is simply a character, Stein told the attorneys. The Real Housewives franchise involves role-playing, editing. People should not confuse, and this court is not going to confuse the character she plays on an entertainment show with the person I have before me. Jen Shah's attorney says, for the rest of Ms. Shah's life, she will remember their names, said of the victims. Miss Shaw knows she has devastated the lives of so many. Stein interrupted the expression of sympathy to ask, is she still selling free Jen or justice for Jen merchandise on her website, or has that been taken down? Chaudhry said Shah is no longer selling the items and has saved the proceeds for restitution. I should have been in court because I would have said, Your Honor, on her IG, she still is promoting this fraudulent business. Your Honor, direct response marketing, remove it from your IG. It's still there. But she stopped selling the merch. Okay. I guess no one did a sweep of her social media. Okay. So the defense insisted Shah understood the victims had very little to begin with, and now they will struggle even more. But when Chaudhry said none of the victims had ever talked directly to Shah, Judge Stein cut in. Because she was too high in the conspiracy to deal with the victims, Stein said. She was too important. She was a leader. So the fact that she never talked to a victim works against you. They referred to her as the boss. And this is part of the reason why people have mixed feelings about whether or not this is enough time for Jen Shah. In total, she'll be serving over 11 years. Because remember, she also has 5 years of supervised release. Chaudhry said in a statement following the sentencing, Jen Shah deeply regrets the mistakes that she has made and is profoundly sorry to the people she has hurt. Jen has faith in our justice system, understands that anyone who breaks the law will be punished, and accepts the sentence as just. Jen will pay her debt to society, and when she's a free woman again, she vows to pay her debt to victims harmed by her mistakes. Federal prosecutors called it preposterous to portray Jen as a mere seller of lists or for other telemarketers to defraud. She's laughing over text messages talking about defrauding these people. The assistant U.S. attorney, Robert Silverman, said, it's not as if she simply sent a computer file to someone. Silverman said it was really difficult to hear the defense cast Shah as a self-delusional and somehow unaware of the severity of her crimes. It's a decade, day in and day out, working hard to defraud people, the prosecutor said. This defendant was prolific. She made a lot of money from this scheme. Shah conceded she, quote, struggled to accept responsibility for the longest time, but said she now accepts responsibility for her actions. I am profoundly and deeply sorry, Shah said. Silverman doubted Shah's expression of remorse, saying this, there's not one message that expressed remorse. It's fair to conclude that's not how she felt. Silverman also spoke of the victims of the fraud. These are older, vulnerable women whose lives were turned upside down by the defendant's telemarketing fraud. The judge said that he was a little concerned Shah's manager was present in court. He warned her against trying to profit from her crime and instead focus on raising money to repay victims. Ms. Shah was integral to the scheme, Stein said. No victim ever earned any of the promised returns. Shah, through tears, apologized for bringing shame, embarrassment, and pain to her family and broke down more fully when she said to her younger son, Omar, Mommy is so sorry for the trauma you endured when you were woken up at gunpoint the day of her arrest. We could unpack that part and that she literally gave to Bravo to air on reality TV. All right. When Shah promised to repay every cent, the judge interrupted to ask, how do you intend to do that? This judge. I love it. She answered haltedly and coached by her attorney. I plan that when I am out of prison to use my platform and raise money that way. I hope that I'm able to work again. Federal prosecutors had requested Shah serve 10 years in prison. The defense said that she should serve no more than 3. Ms. Shah is a good woman who crossed the line. She accepts full responsibility for her actions and deeply apologizes to all who have been harmed. Ms. Shah is also sorry for disappointing her husband, children, family, friends, and supporters, Shah's defense attorney Priya Chaudhry said in a statement at the time. Jen pled guilty because she wants to pay her debt to society and put this ordeal behind her and her family. Federal prosecutors cited Shah's flamboyance in their sentencing memorandum as a reason that she deserves a decade in prison. Despite the defendant's best efforts, she got caught. She then went on a public offensive and tried to profit off the charges by selling Justice for Jen merchandise, even up until right before she pled guilty. She pled guilty at the 11th hour only after receiving the government's trial exhibits and witness statements. All right. In light of her conduct and her post-arrest behavior, her belated expressions of remorse ring hollow. In December, a judge ordered that the reality TV star forfeit dozens of designer handbags, jewelry, and more as a part of a plea agreement with prosecutors. The 108 items were seized in March of 2021 in a search of Shah's home. The inventory included scores of counterfeit bags and jewelry stamped with fake Chanel, Gucci, Bulgari, and Hermes labels. Even her designer stuff are scams. Damn. Okay, but there's more to this story that we're not. And shout out to the real journalists. You know, we don't pretend to be journalists here. We always cite our sources. I love it when some of y'all come at me, not y'all, but some of y'all come at me and y'all know who y'all are about me not citing sources. If I've forgotten to cite a source, I'm human. I forget. But generally, what we do over here, we cite our sources. All right, sorry. Focus. So there was more in this situation that I wanted to point out. First off, let me just shout out to Emily D. Baker because Emily pointed out some important details that I wanted to talk about in comparison to the other people that have been convicted in this telemarketing fraud. So Emily tweeted this. She says, Jen Shah sentenced to 6.5 years in federal prison. The PSR asked for 6 years. The prosecution asked for 10. Shah asked for 3 years. All right. She has already agreed to millions in restitution. Only a few defendants in this fraud have been sentenced to 78 months, and one has been sentenced to 87. We still have not heard about Stu Chains. Stu Chains has not been sentenced yet, so it would be interesting because remember, he was facing more years than Jen, but pled guilty before her. So I would be interested to see how many years that Stu Chains will get in prison. Damn. Okay, so not only that, so hold on. So the prison, where will Jen Shah be serving her time? So according to her attorneys, they want her to serve time at this specific prison in Texas. All right. So shout out to the Inner City Press. They've been covering the story since the beginning. Be sure to follow them on Twitter. So Chaudhry, Jen's attorney, Ms. Shah's manager, is here as a friend. So you may recall I was talking about what the judge said in regards to her manager being here. And he did not want to have her profiting off of this situation by having her manager there. All right. So in response to that, her attorney says that Ms. Shah's manager is here as a friend. And please designate her to prison in Texas. It has an RDAP and is a closest minimum security. Judge Stein responds and says, I'm not going to designate a specific facility. I'll just say Texas region. So I know you're all wondering, what is an RDAP? Thank God for you guys in the comments section because someone replies and says this. So shout out to, I can't read the top, but you guys can see it. RDAP, question mark, the Residential Drug Abuse Program is a program offered by the Bureau of Prisons, BOP, for federal prisoners who have a drug or alcohol problem and wish to attend a program while serving their federal prison sentence. Jen might have some definite alcohol issues or other issues. I'm shocked that no one is paying attention to that element. So some people are speculating, and I want to hear from attorneys what they think as well. And if you're an attorney, feel free to call in. I'm wondering if she goes to, is the facility a little bit easier because it has an RDAP? Do you get less time because it has an RDAP? From what I heard, she still has to serve at least 80% of her time. So she can't get out in like 2 years. So she's going to have to serve at least probably like, okay, I'm not good with math. Y'all figure out the math. At least 5 years? All right. Okay, yeah. Hold on. S. Williams says having a drug problem will shave off a year on her sentence. Well, look, do we really believe she has a problem, or is she just trying to do less time? A lot of you feel like this is not enough time. I don't know. And a lot of you are comparing because we know we just recently reported on Todd Chrisley and the amount of time that he and his wife, Julie Chrisley, are serving. Here's the difference, though. Remember, Jen Shah pled guilty. Todd Chrisley was found guilty. If he had pled guilty, he probably would have gotten less time. Maybe? Okay. Hold on. Let me just say thank you. We had a couple of super chats. Thank you, Mama Ali, for the super chat. How many people we got in the building now? Look, how many people we have in the building now? Hold on. Okay, we have almost 2,000 people. I'll slow down the chat. Let me slow down the chat. Hold on, y'all. Please hold. And shout out to our King's Guard. I mean, today they're bailiffs because we are doing our town hall. This is the very first town hall of 2023. If you're unfamiliar with our town hall, this is where I lay out the facts of the situation, and then you call in and you get 1 minute to share your thought on either situation that we're covering. And we really haven't had, the last time we did a town hall, we were talking about the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard situation. I really haven't, if I was around, I probably would have did a town hall on the Tory Lane situation. But even that, I'm just like, just saying. All right, let me just slow down the chat. Shout out to our bailiffs. Shout out to our bailiffs. Here we go. There we go. And we're slowing it down. Also, I can keep up with the super chats as well. All right. So thank you, Mama Eileen. Okay, Sebastian Shade, thank you so much for the super chat. Sebastian says 98% and the other 2% is not due to innocence, it's due to a mistrial. In regards to the SDNY, regardless, they had a strong case against her. They had a very strong case against her. And that's why she pled guilty. Randa, thank you so much for the super chat. Randa says Emily D. Baker also said that the scheme started in 2012 and Coordinator Shah stopped practicing law the same year. Coincidence? There's also text messages. If you look at the court documents, there's also text messages where she says, when she's going back and forth with Stewart, oh, we'll run this by Coach Shah. Run what by Coach Shah? As they're talking business. I mean, thankfully, for their sake, for their family, for their boys, he wasn't wrapped up in this situation and he's not serving time. Thankfully for them. Okay? All right. Anything else that I wanted to say in regards to this? No. Let's move on to the next topic, and then you guys will have an opportunity to call in and share your thoughts if this is your very first time. This is Kempire's Town Hall. We do this only when there are pressing topics where you all have strong or differing opinions, which is fine. Differing opinions are welcomed here. If you want to say free Jen Shah, you want to use that for your minute, feel free. Look, feel free. However, look, but differing opinions are welcome. All right, as long as you do it in a respectful way. All right. Damn it, I forgot to get my water. Oh wait, I have a little something. You know what it is, y'all. Coldest. Get your Coldest water bottle. Head on over to coldest.com, but don't forget to use the discount code KEMP10 for 10% off of your order. It's a new year, and there are all kinds of bottles and new merch available at coldest.com. Don't forget to use the discount code. It helps the channel, and thanks to Coldest for supporting us for over 2 years now. Okay. Lisa Rinna. Boo! No. I'm joking. Well, maybe not. Lisa Rinna. Last night, the news came out, it broke that Lisa Rinna will not be returning to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So in a statement, an exclusive statement to People, which she probably was paid for, they are confirming that the actress and businesswoman Lisa Rinna is departing the Bravo hit after joining the series during season 5 in 2014. Lisa is bidding farewell to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills after 8 seasons of delivering sassy one-liners, drama-filled moments, social media messiness, and self-deprecating lip humor. Rinna is departing the beloved franchise. People can exclusively confirm. All right? This is the longest job I have held in my 35-year career, and I am grateful to everyone at Bravo and all those involved in the series, Rinna, 59, says in a statement. It has been a fun 8-year run, and I'm excited for what is to come. What is that? Crickets. I did have a job idea for her, though. I mean, this might be a big stepping stone for her because, coming from, Days of Our Lives, and we love our soap actors. However, I was like, imagine her on White Lotus. But then I was like, no, I like the actors on White Lotus. No, don't get any ideas, okay? Yesterday, after we did the video on this, LVP, Lisa Vanderpump, tweeted, ding dong, you know what that is. Ding dong, the witch is dead. But the other thing that I did, the reaction to Lisa Rinna not returning next season, I have to say, I've seen a lot more people excited the fact that she's not returning than I've seen a handful of people. They're like, you all are going to regret. Watch, you're going to be begging for Lisa Rinna to come back next season. Honestly, nope. Nope. At least I won't be. I told you at the top of this last season, we had a couple of episodes that were Rinna-less or Rinna light. And it was okay. It was okay. And I'm not going to take away, and I've said this before when we covered the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. She was not the first person that I wanted to get rid of from this cast. She wasn't the first. However, she was definitely the most toxic. But then now my head started spinning. So can we possibly see more people not returning? And why exactly is Lisa Rinna not returning? Was she fired? Well, based off of these statements, I wouldn't be shocked that she was let go. Let's say what it is. This is Hollywood speak. This is what they normally do when a housewife is not returning or the contract has not been renewed. There's been speculation she wanted more money. The number that's been out there, I don't believe that. According to sources that I've heard, she was already making $2 million per season. Did she want more money? Or were her on her social media antics too much? Remember the little pow, pow, pow photo that she posted and deleted? Remember her problematic comments about the Real Housewives of Dubai? We're not going to even go all the way back to the Star Jones situation or the Harry Hamlin situation with the costume situation. We're just talking about what happened recently. So there's been a lot of social media behavior that I feel like the entire cast felt was directed. Literally, Garcelle said this during the reunion, was directed from Lisa Rinna. And that, we have to keep in mind, this is a work environment. Yeah, she might be great TV and she might be a great antagonist, but this is still a work environment. If a person is creating a hostile work environment, it is a problem for NBC Universal. It is a problem for Bravo. It is a problem for Evolution. It is a problem for Andy Cohen. Speaking of Andy Cohen. So Andy Cohen has posted what's the word? What can I say? I don't know what to... He's posted a response to Lisa Rinna not returning, okay? So this is what Andy said in a Instagram story. I know Andy was like, what are you doing in my Instagram story? Don't worry about it, Andy. It was for work, okay? So Andy posted this. For a shout out to Drunk Drawn. They always create really interesting artwork of reality, celebrity, specifically Bravo a lot. So they posted this, and they Andy reposted it, tagged Drunk Drawn, and tagged Lisa Rinna, and said, "An iconic run, an iconic run." I feel like he's just saying that to say that because he has to say something. He has to say something. Would you put Lisa Rinna up there as iconic? I mean, I'm not going to take that away from her. There have been some moments. Did he say this about NeNe when they announced that NeNe wasn't returning? I know he said something. I can't remember what he said. Now, that was iconic. Okay. So now I'm wondering who else might be on the chopping block. So there have been rumors. There were rumors about Crystal Minkoff being demoted last season, or even fired last season if she didn't bring it this past season. Now there are more rumors that Crystal Minkoff might return, but she might return as a friend of. There's also been rumors about Dorit Kemsley, not coming back full-time next season. But now with Lisa Rinna not returning, do you believe that she will return as a friend of or a full-time housewife? Dorito. Who else? Who else? I honestly believe the people that are safe. I know a lot of people they would lose their minds if Kyle announced that she wasn't returning. Sidebar: Kyle is liking posts about LVP, not talking about Vivienne Westwood. Kyle, like, get off of social media. You just continue to lean into people. Every step you make, people are just not going to like what you do because it doesn't make any sense. Why are you liking a post about LVP, not posting about Vivienne Westwood, but she's posting about Lisa Rinna? Why is that important to you? Has anyone else posted about Lisa Rinna not returning? Has the cast posted anything? You guys will let me know. Guys, you're just joining us. This is Kempire's Town Hall. It's something that we do rarely, only when there are some pressing topics that I know that are highly debatable, that you want a chance to call in and share your thoughts. This is not about my opinion. I just lay out the information for you, and then I allow you to call in and share your thoughts. If you are a member of the channel, I'm going to be posting the link for you first. Shout out to the members of the channel. If you would like to become a member of the channel, head on over to TheKempire.com/join. Shout out to our Team Kempire Royal Court members and Senior Royal members. And of course, shout out to our moderators, who we also call the King's Guard, but today they're bailiffs. Order in the court. Order in the court. All right. What else did I want to say about Lisa Rinna? That's it. Look, nothing else. Just saying. All right. So let me just post this, and then I'm going to grab some water because the mouth is parched. All right. So let me just post this for our Royal Court member. Well, our Senior Royals first, and then I'll post it for... Hold on, y'all. And then I'm going to also post for you guys. And yes, I will eventually be taking the Christmas stuff down. Look, I just got back. Okay. It's still Christmas time. We're still the Three Kings. Has Three Kings happened already? Yes, it did. Damn. All right. So I have no excuse. All right. Just give me a moment. All right. I'm going to have to just haul it out of here. Okay. All right. So if you are a Senior Royal, I am dropping the call-in link for you right now. Royal Court members, I'm going to drop the call link for you next. And Team Kempire members, I'm going to drop the call in for you in just a second. Just a second. So I'm going to take a quick little get some water break. In the meantime, like the video. And hold on. Let me post a poll in the YouTube chat. And shout out to everyone watching on Facebook. I see you guys as well. And everyone watching on TikTok and things like that. Let me just do a little poll. I want to see what you guys think about this. Do you believe 6.5 years was enough time for Jen Shah? Okay, yes, no. I'm not going to even put maybe. I'm not going to even put maybe. I'm going to just put yes or no. All right, so if you are on YouTube, please vote in our poll. Let me just grab, yes, and shout out to Tristan Thompson. I just saw the news that his mother passed away suddenly. She had a heart attack. There was actual photos of Khloe Kardashian going with him to Toronto. So I did see that. Okay. All right. So guys, vote in the poll. I will be right back. Let me just grab some water and we will get to some callers. All right. So if you're a member of the channel, I have already posted the call-in link in the community tab. All right. And Team Kempire members, I've just dropped the link for you as well. And we have almost 2,000 people in the building. If we get to 750 likes, I'll drop the call-in link to the general audience. All right. Let me just say thank you. Thank you, Julie, for the super chat. Julie says, Kempire, most toxic. Hello, Teresa has been reportedly rewarded by NBC, Bravo, and AC's favorite. I hope RHOBH flops now. LVP needs to take several seats. Okay. I still think that Lisa Rinna is most toxic, but thank you for the super chat. All right. Let me just take a quick little break. I'll be right back, y'all. Let me just do this. Oh, no, feeling like I'm lost. All I want is your love. You make me feel nice. I feel almost right. You take me super high. Ain't no one like you. There's no life without you. Ain't no one like you. There's no life without you. Ain't no one like you. There's no life without you. Ain't no one like you. There's no life without you. Forgot about that song. That was Daniel King with Life Without You. Woo! Again, guys, if you're a member of the channel, I've already posted the call-in link on the community tab. We are almost at 750 likes on the live chat on YouTube, so I'll be posting the link shortly. Let's get to 750. But I do have a few people backstage that want to weigh in on the Jen Shah situation or maybe the Lisa Rinna situation. All right, so let's get to these callers. And again, guys, don't forget. Let me just give you the rules. There are rules to this. All right. This is a disclaimer. The opinions of the callers do not reflect the opinions of myself, TheKempire LLC, our sponsors, or Google/YouTube. The callers are calling in of their own free will and agree to not use profanity or make derogatory statements of any kind or of any group of people. All topics are for entertainment purposes only. None of the information presented in this video or by myself should be taken as fact, and everything is alleged. Okay? All right. So let's get to the callers. All right. I'm going to bring up Gabriella first. What's going on, Gabriella?
Votre honneur, my honored Judge Kempire. Welcome all the Kempies. And for Jen Shah, I said maybe she make a deal. I always have that idea because one of what big details anybody speak of that of the money in the Kosovo. It was very, something I speak about that before. I think maybe she make a deal because we see some other people on her scam have much year than her. I think maybe allegedly, she maybe make a deal and she have less years and she go out maybe after 4 years instead of 6.5 years. I think that, and she was very classy when she come in the courtroom. She has a style today. She has a style. We need to say that.
Thank you for bringing that up because I forgot to even actually show the style that she brought. This is what Jen Shaw was looking like.
It was good for once. I can say it was good, neutral color, very beige, very chic, with this leopard, silk, top, and this little clutch on leopard. Yes, we need to see fashion because you have style, Kempire.
You know what?
We need to see
Your
fashion.
time is up, Gabriella.
Bye to everybody. Bye.
Take care, Gabriella. Okay, we can look at the fashion. I wasn't impressed, but okay. All right, I'm gonna bring up Norma next. What's going on, Norma?
Hello.
How are
Can
you?
you see me? Can you hear?
Yes.
First of all, Feliz Dia de los Reyes Magos, which is Happy Three Kings Day. In Puerto Rico, we don't take down the decorations till mid-January.
Is today Three Kings Day?
Yes, it is.
Oh, so I was right.
You are right. And also, you're always right. And tomorrow is Orthodox Christmas. So you are in line. You are in step. All the haters out there.
I mean, no one
Get
said
your facts
anything
straight.
that I've seen, so
No.
it's okay.
But just in case, I'm just covering. This is all allegedly. Alleged.
Okay.
So I'm going to be brief. Alexa, set the timer for 30 seconds. Anyway, okay, starting now. Lisa Rinna, I'm personally glad that she's not going to be back because I find her toxic. Yet that other part of me that is empathic, I feel bad for her not having a gig, but she has really hurt so many people.
Yeah.
And she's destroyed some lives. And she bowed out gracefully. She didn't make a fuss like some people may or may not have expected. And what is it? Jen Shaw. Yeah, she's got to pay the crime. And she hurt a lot of people. Oh, there goes my timer. Have a great evening, and everybody be brief so he can have dinner. Love you.
Right? Thank you, Norma. Take care. And thanks for clearing up. So I'm going to keep this stays up at least till Monday. Guys, I have dropped the call-in link in the live chat. So if you want an opportunity to call in and share your thoughts, feel free. We're going to take a couple of more callers. We've got Charisse backstage. We're going to bring her up next. What's going on, Charisse?
Hey, Kempire. How are you? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
Look, I'm working, so I'm going to keep it brief, right? I had to walk away from my desk. I'm so glad Lisa Rinna gone. I didn't even watch Beverly Hills until I started watching your reviews. But she's just nasty, and I'm so glad to see her off my TV screen. And that's all I have for you.
Okay. Thanks,
Happy
Charisse.
New Year.
Take care. Bye. All right. Angelique is backstage working. I don't know what she's doing. What's going on, Angelique?
Hi, Kempire. I'm always working, but not in the office today.
Okay. What are your thoughts on these topics?
I just want to say hi. Thank you for the holidays. Thank you for you guys just being so great in the chat. I actually got a lot of condolences, so that was nice. We love this community. Yeah. And also, thanks for doing the recaps for me because I haven't been able to watch everything. Oh. I saw everything break this morning, but I still wanted to watch your live.
Oh, thank you so much. I
need these updates too, still.
Thank you, Angelique.
That's mostly what I wanted to say. I'm waiting to see how everything comes through with Jen Shaw because that one I'm interested in because it is a federal case.
Yeah.
And there were actual victims there.
Yeah.
And comparing it to, other Bravo cases and things like that and who's going to get the earrings back. This is kind of like gives a different feel. So
yeah,
I'm thanking for all y'all for keeping up and telling us because we're not dumb.
Yeah.
Exactly. We watch these. So, yeah, we are advisors. We understand it's entertainment. But when you bring this to the forefront, we want to know.
Yeah.
And most of everybody else brings the receipts. I know you got lawyers in there.
All right, Angelique. Thank you so much for calling.
That's probably my time, too. And someone in the chat, if they could see what I dropped about Rinna, I couldn't figure out the year I worked at an agency when she was shopping around. So if they can jump that year or so, I'd be interested. And that's it.
Okay. All right. Thanks,
Thank
Angelique.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
Guys, if you're just joining us, don't forget to like the video. It's an easy and free way of supporting our channel. But if you're part of the replay crew, also don't forget to like the video. But let us know where you're watching from and your opinion, your of course, constructive opinion on the Jen Shah sentencing. Do you think that was a fair amount of time? And your thoughts on Lisa Rinna being fired. And could there be possibly more firings coming very soon? I think we're going, because first of all, keep in mind, we're probably going to hear more about casting coming up because they're going to start filming very soon. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. Robin's backstage. We're going to bring her up next. What's going on, Robin?
Hey, Kempire. Happy New Year.
You too.
Quick, thank you. I really thought that the judge was surreptitiously warning Jen Shah against violating the Son of Sam law, because when she said that her manager was there, she said that the judge asked her if she was planning to use the child basically as some sort of fodder. And so I think she was being warned not to try to profit off of her conviction. The second thing is, from what I read, was Jen Shah's mom at the court in court today?
I did not hear about Jen Shah's mom being there. I saw her two sons were there and Sharif were there. I don't know if her mom was there. I haven't seen anyone report that.
And a cousin and a sister-in-law or something-in-law. That's my question. Okay, moving on for the next person.
Thank you so much, Robin. Take care. That makes me wonder, though. I'm guessing, of course, the judge does not want her to profit off of this whole situation. However, I do see her doing an interview. I do see her doing a book or of some sort. So on some level, she's going to have to profit from the situation so she can repay the victims. And again, I was under the impression that she didn't have any money in these accounts, but apparently she must have money. I wonder how much money she actually has. Just a question. Leah's backstage. We're going to bring up Leah next. What's going on, Leah?
Happy New Year to everybody. Welcome back. Kempire, my tourist brother.
How are you?
I'm good. Thank you. All is well. Thank God for 2023. The word of the day, the word of the year for me is peace. Amen. So I wish that for everybody. So anyway, on the Jen Shah of it all, 6 years I think is enough. I don't know how her, Caucasian counterparts who do the same things, if they, like the Teresa Giudice and her husband Joe, they got pretty much similar, things, different types of, offenses. However, still, it was an offense. And I think 6 years is enough. And then she's got to be hemmed up another 5 years, to pay those restitutions. I'm wondering if the money in her account was seized and if it was just automatically given to the, the victims.
I mean, some of it wasn't. You saw she wrote a check this past week of $13,000.
Did you see that? Yes. Did you see that? Exactly. And on a sidebar, do we have sidebars at Town Hall? Did I see something on social media that Meredith is trying to get Mary Cosby to come back?
I did see something like that. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if producers are trying to get Mary Cosby to come back for next season because they're going to need her.
Somebody got to come back.
They're going to need her.
They're going to need somebody because it's not going to fare well for that franchise. And last but not least, Lisa Rinna, in the words of Lisa Vampa's husband, goodbye, Carl.
Thanks,
Next
Leah.
person. God bless. Let's have a wonderful 2023.
Yes. Take care, Leah. All right. We're going to bring up Anthony. Yes. Anthony next. Guys, if you want to call in, you still have an opportunity, but y'all know what time it is. I've posted, if you're a member of the channel, I've posted the call-in link on the community tab. And if you're in the live chat on YouTube, I've posted the call-in link there. So feel free if you want to call in. If you don't, it's fine. We're going to wrap this up. This is the very first town hall of 2023. And we are discussing the Jen Shah sentencing. And we're talking about Lisa Rinna not returning. All right. So Anthony's coming up next. What's going on, Anthony?
Hey, Kempire. Anthony from Los Angeles, California. How are you?
Not bad. Is it raining still?
No, not right now.
Okay.
It's sunny.
Okay.
The sun's out. Thankfully, because of Jen Shah's sentencing. I don't know. But you know what? I do think 6 years is more than I thought. I thought she was gonna get like 4 or 3 or less, but 6.5. I'm like, okay, do your time. You're guilty. That's it. You're done. Just do that, and whatever comes after. I doubt Salt Lake City will still be alive in terms of the show, but that'll be it. But for Lisa Rinna, Bravo actually paid attention to us in terms of what we thought of the season. Rinna, you are toxic this past season and also last season. Everybody keeps talking about her iconic moments, but that was during her first or second season of the show, not previously from last year or even from 2021 or 2022. So it doesn't make any sense. The show will go on because of the zip code and because of drama. And if there's no drama for this new season, then obviously, producers, you better do your job.
Oh,
but that'll be it. Thank you so much, Kempire.
Thanks, Anthony. Take care. Well, that's the thing. I have seen, some of the Lisa Rinna fans saying like, oh, watch, you guys are going to be begging for Lisa Rinna to come back in a couple of years. Honestly, I don't think so. Me personally, I don't think so. I don't feel, and like I said before, if we didn't have this last season where it was a little light on Rinna in the very beginning, I was sort of like, oh, this is different. And I never really counted Rinna as this icon on Beverly Hills, to be honest with you. But that's me. Everyone has a right to their opinion. All right, Judgy Justice is backstage. We're going to bring her up. What's going on, Judgy Justice?
Hey, Kempire. Excited to see you. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
So honestly, I thought she was going to get a little bit more time. I really thought it was going to be closer to like the 10-year mark just because of the nature of the crimes. And like, it's really, there's one thing to do like this type of crime and just target people, but to really target the elderly and the way that she went about it, I thought they were going to, pound on her a little bit harder. I wasn't really surprised about Lisa Rinna, about, her parting ways with Bravo. I think that the writing was been on the wall because she wasn't invited to BravoCon. She had to come in as somebody's plus one. That she went after, who Andy's favorite person was. He was trying to get on the show for years, Kathy Hilton. He tried for like 6 years to get her there, and then like you're gonna ruin that for him. And she's like a fan favorite. I think the writing's been on the wall. I know that Bravo doesn't, necessarily like fire people all the time. What they do is just give you the worst contract ever, like Suge Knight. So thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me, and bye guys.
Thank you so much, Judgy Justice. You said Suge Knight's contract. Ooh. Okay, Dewan is backstage. We're gonna bring him up next. What's going on, Dewan?
Hey, Kempire, how you doing?
Not bad. Long time no speak.
I know. I've been starting a new job, so I'm so sorry, but I'm happy to be back.
I understand.
Really quickly, with the Jen Shah thing, I cannot believe this many people are celebrating on this woman's downfall like this. Obviously, it is a horrific crime that she had committed. It's a white collar crime, but nonetheless, it's a crime, and so she should be held accountable. But as someone noted earlier, I mean, there's the Bernie Madoffs, the Jeff Walshes of the world, these executives that steal millions and millions from consumers every year and either serve no time or very little. And so when I look at it through that prism, I'm thinking, yeah, she should have been held, accountable, but I don't find joy in her going to jail. I just think, yeah. And then with the Lisa Rinna thing, so good riddance. I couldn't wait. I'm hoping they bring in somebody fresh. I seen Vanderpump chatting it up last night, so who knows? But I'm so glad to be back on the channel. I'll be getting my membership back and everything, and yes, looking forward to chatting with you.
Thanks, Dewan. Take care. Happy New Year. And I'm glad that Dewan brought that up, because I have to say, watching Jen Shah walk somberly into the courtroom today, I did feel bad for her, but I have a heart. I don't know if she has a heart, based off of what she's done to elderly people and stole millions of dollars. But I did feel bad for her. I was just like, damn, I like anyone that's going to prison. I'm like, damn, I wouldn't want that to be me. But this is what happens when you do what you do. All right. Monet is backstage. We're going to bring Monet up next. What's going on, Monet?
Hey, Kempire. How you doing? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
I'm here to stand up for you and Teresa.
Oh.
Lisa Rinna is the most toxic person. Teresa didn't have any victims. And we're not talking about them dirty, stealing Gorgas. Family is dysfunctional. And I'm gonna leave it at that. Happy New Year. Be blessed.
You too, Monet. Thank
Say
you.
hey, Gammy, if you watching.
Bye. Oh my God. Well, look, here's the thing though. We have to keep in mind, if it was the same judge, then I could understand comparing the Teresa situation. But this is different judges, different situations, different evidence. Look, I'm not an attorney, but I can at least understand that there are perplexities and complexities to the law. So I don't really like to compare the two because they're very different. They're very different. Yes, they're convicted of, maybe similar titles of crimes, but the amount of evidence, the people that are prosecuted, it's different. And they served their time. And one got deported. You heard that they're trying to get Joe back into the country. You think they're gonna do it? Let's see. Justice at the table. Justice at the table. She flipped was a victim. You know what? That was from season 1. We need to let that go. Whatever happened to the table. Anyways, guys, thank you to everyone that called in. Thank you to all of you in the live chat that sent in a super chat. Oh, matter of fact, I had a super chat I needed to read. Sorry. Josie and Lauren, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you for the green heart. Thank you. We appreciate you supporting the channel. And thank you to the King's Guard, a.k.a. the bailiffs, a.k.a. the moderators. We couldn't do this without them. We had over almost 2,000 people here on YouTube alone, and quite a few watching on Twitch, Twitter, and on Facebook. We appreciate you guys there. And, of course, our friends and family on TikTok. Guys, if you're not following me on TikTok, you're missing out. There's separate content that goes there that you're missing out on. So follow me at TheKempire on TikTok and at TheKempire on Twitter. This is our town hall. We will have more town halls like this when there are pressing topics that we need to cover and you need to talk about. Thank you all for being here. Have a great rest of your Friday, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And court's adjourned. All right. Goodbye. Let's get out of here.
Je begon aan mijn best life, yeah. Je begon aan mijn best life, yeah. Something you and me, oh. Je begon aan mijn best life, yeah. Jumping, flexing, I know. I just want you to know. Something you and me, oh. Je begon aan mijn best life, yeah. Je begon aan mijn best life, yeah. Je begon aan mijn best life, yeah. Something you and me, oh. Je begon aan mijn best life, yeah. Jumping, flexing, I know. I just want you to know. Something you and me, oh. Je begon aan mijn best life, yeah. Je begon aan mijn best life, yeah. Je begon aan mijn best life, yeah. Something you and me, oh. Je begon aan mijn best life, yeah. Je begon aan mijn best life, yeah. Je begon aan mijn best life, yeah.